Hello everybody and welcome to the 21st race of the RLANZ Aldi Cup Series, season number 3. We're here at the Pocono Raceway for the Pennsylvania 400, the second track that we will go to for the second time, as we already went to Daytona twice earlier in the year. And we've got some penalties. After Indianapolis, 2 drivers have been penalised 25 points for actions after being involved in crashes at Indianapolis, but we'll go through them when we get to them in the starting lineup, which we'll go through right now. We'll get the cars rolling off, as this is quite a big racetrack. So yeah, let's go. Starting lineup: Cyrus McGee in the number 21 will start on the pole. I can't remember if he's had a pole this year or not. I think he has, but I cannot remember. But yeah, starting alongside of him is the winner at Pocono earlier in the year, Dominic Anthony. Row 2, Matthew Engelram in the 29th, still the points leader, and Jake Rogers on a roll in the 98, second in points. Row 3, Brandon Bent in the number 27, and the 04 of Jeff Hawkins, got involved in the crash last week at Indianapolis, and that led to a penalty. Not for him, of course, but, you know. Row 4, Tristan Allen in the number 12, and Lucifer Sam in the 77, looking to make the chase. On row 5, rounding out the top 10, Julio Caesar, the Daytona winner, and Henry Gore coming off a win last week at Indianapolis. Row 6, teammates Dawson Miller in the number 5 gear wrench car for the first time this season, and Isaac Nichols, the 48, was 17th in points before the penalties came out, so he moves up to 16th in points, now 10 above the cutoff. Row number 7, Jay Jefferson, the uncharted driver, and the 88 of Patrick Schamberger got a 25-point penalty for taking out Jeff Hawkins and a bunch of other drivers at Indianapolis. Row 8, Bruno de Barros in the number 20, and Reagan Whitlock in the 94. Row 9, Simon Nichols in the 24, and Luis Sorrentino in the 11, making another start. And rounding out the top 20 is Chase Marks and Adam Lewis in his first career start. Down the front of turn 3. Pace car dives onto the pit road. And it's Cyrus McGee and Dominic Anthony coming to the green. Green flags out and we're underway in the Pennsylvania 400. Great jump for McGee. He jumps out to the lead into turn 1. No 3 wide as of yet. See, the outside lane gets a very strong run here. And Anthony will move up into second place. And Jake Rogers will gain a spot. He goes up to third. There's Engelram now falling back into 29. Engelram trying to clear the 04, and he does, so Engelram will hold the 4th position. Brandon Ben and Porkins going side by side for a top 5 at the moment, 5th and 6th. But it is Cyrus McGee, the number 21, who will lead the first lap. Here in the Subway Ford, for his second win of the year. And looking to get his 5th career win. He's got Dominic Anthony right behind him. Anthony, winner at Pocono earlier in the year, but other than that, it's had a really tough year. Tries to get to the inside, but it doesn't happen. And the 21 holds the position. Oh, whoa, hang on. Porkins and Bent, a little bit of contact there, but they're able to hang on to it. So here's a place where you can get a little bit of a run. It's not as strong off of turn 3 as it is off of turn 1. But it could be the decider if we do have a side-by-side battle for the win later in the race. We got a battle for second. Jake Rogers, the 98, looking for his 3rd win of the year. And looking to take the points lead, but not going to happen at the moment because the points leader, Matthew Engelram, is getting his best run in a very long time. I mean, he did get a 4th place at Daytona, but other than that, it's really just been a tough run for a little while. But Doing a good job. He goes for second now underneath of Dominic Anthony. There's a little bit of contact between the Gifford Trading teammates. Anthony holds the position. It's Ice McGee trying to run away with this one. We're going to go further back through the field. Some guys in the back. One of them is Jackson Lynn. He was 16th in points before the penalty came down for Patrick Schamberger. And he moved up to 15th. But right now is 39th. Not a good position for him. Looking further down the field. Hairgel Alvin Alonso was the other driver to get a penalty. As he took out Nathan Stapleton later in the race. And it was deliberate. Even though he claimed it wasn't. And oops, I don't know what I did. It just frozen me, but whatever. And Alonso currently way down the field, but which is not good for him, and would have been in a much better position if he didn't have that penalty. But deliberately took out the 92, so those two guys, the 88 and the 37, 25-point penalties. Coming down on them, and that changed up the chase grid after Indianapolis. So it put Patrick Schamberger, who was I think like 13th, down into 17th place and moved all those guys that were behind him through to 17th, up into upper position. So as you see, a little bit of contact there. I don't know, there wasn't any contact, but it was pretty close between the 2 points leaders, the 29 and the 98. And then we got Brandon Bent in the 27. He goes a little high. He gets followed by Porkins and Allen. Here comes Julio Caesar, just looking to get a good run, because he hasn't had one in a little while. Same can be said for Angle Ram. Hasn't really been as good for him. He's got a bow for the lead. There goes the 40. He goes for the lead. Not going to happen. And the 21 holds the position. You see how much of it gained away from Dominic Anthony. See Rogers trying to get on the outside there. And now the 29 blocks the bottom. And gets a big run now up onto the back of the 40. But he doesn't do anything with it. He's not close enough. There goes the 98, shooting up the racetrack a little bit. Probably not the best idea. Now he's got Brandon Bent all over the back of him in the 27. Rogers, of course, won this race last season. And looking to go 2 in a row. There goes underneath the Engelram. And 27 going to get a run on the outside, and that's going to hurt Rogers. And he's going to fall back to maybe even 6th. Because here comes Porkins on the outside as well. The 04. Very, very smart driving there by Porkins. He gains a position up into the top 5.
We got anything for them?
Bent tries to go underneath. Not going to happen. Not yet anyway. He's side by side, but I think Engram would have the run. Look at this. Look at this field. Top 7, all forwards, the highest. It's actually, I think that's just changed, hasn't it? No, it hasn't. Top 7, all forwards. Lucifer Sam currently in the 77. Having a battle with Isaac Nichols is currently the highest non-forward in the field. So, in the forward, obviously, it's been the dominant team in the Audi Cup Series. Whoa, careful. Thought Jack was going to get in trouble there, as usually if you slap the racetrack there at turn 2, you usually wreck. I think Jack knows it, but he cleared, slid up in front of him, did the slide jump, and now Sam goes underneath, trying to get a position on Allen. Those two guys former teammates at Smart Motorsports. They're 3 wide behind them with Nichols and Schamberger, but Schamberger doesn't have as good of a run, so he slots back in line in front of his teammates, Simon Nichols, who's moved his way up a few positions from the start. See the outside lane definitely getting a massive run there. Nichols is going to lose a position there to Henrik Gore, who gains 2. Take a look at it down the back. Look, there goes the 24 and the 88 down to the bottom underneath of the 48. So there's a good battle between the Nicotech drivers. They're 3 wide off of turn 2. Can they hang on to it? A little bit of contact back there. Nichols holds the position on the outside lane in the 48. Good driving. And here comes his father, Simon, to the bottom. Looking to gain a couple more positions here. And he does. He clears. He's going to clear that 88 car. So, not yet, but he will clear him. And he does. He comes up and clears the 88. Here comes Jay Jefferson, who has not DQ'd in any of the races he's attempted so far. So, very impressive there by the 76 car. Currently, not really doing as good as the last few races. Right now, this is a battle for. This is the 91 and the 76. This is about for 13th. He hasn't gained or lost any positions. So, 91 of Julio Caesar, 14th. 15th is the 5 of Dawson Miller. Bruno Barros looking to take the Rookie of the Year points lead back off John Sheets. Right now, he is currently 16th. Chase Marks looking to solidify his chase spot. He's 17th. Zednik Price, another strong run for him in 18th. 19th, Sorrentino in the 11. Another start for him. And Reagan Whitlock runs out the top 20. And he's going to gain at least 1 position. Might gain 2 here. Depends on how well the 50 does. There goes Brandon Bent. So 27 goes for 3rd. Oh, slid up the racetrack. A little bit of contact, but they do a nice job holding it. And they're 3 wide. Rogers now to the inside of the 98. Down the front. And they're going to clear Engelram. And they do. So Engelram drops a couple positions. 27. So Bend is going to move up. Was trying to hang on as the 3 wide behind them. Loose for Sam trying to make a move on the inside lane of Porkins, but it doesn't help him. Now Allen's going to get around him on the outside, and maybe that 2 car as well. I think Henry Gore will gain a position as well, so he's having a good run again in the 2. Also, big announcement for him in terms of sponsorship as Flowmaster. Obviously, you've seen it on Porkins' car, you've seen it on the side of this car, the 2. Will be a major sponsor for 3 races, at least, maybe more, in the future, at least for the rest of the season anyway. So, good news for Henry Gore after his win last week at Indianapolis. Very excited to get that win, and definitely helping his chase chances. Looking towards the back of the field here, yet again, Aiden Shepard, the 13, story of his season. Benny Watson, the 97, not a great run for him at the moment, in the Kleenex car. No word on whether this team will return, this sponsorship will return, as Target in general. So, not sure about that. Jackson Lynn, the 01, not good news for him, he's 40th. That's bad news for him. Annie Thomas, 36. David Alfave, 2 rookies. Tyler Lyman's another rookie in the 83. His teammate. Eli Bryce. So this team's really struggled as the 3 cars that have made the race all currently way down the order in 40th, 37th and 36th. So, not good run for that team at the moment. Here's Zednik Price in the 50. The Komatsu Chevrolet. Team owner Noah Chronister. Obviously, wanting him to re-sign for next season as their driver. He's done a very good job for the race he's been in. Dawson Miller in the gear wrench car going underneath of Julio Caesar. As Isaac Nichols will slide up the racetrack and lose a position here to Simon Nichols. Battle the Nichols. And this year it's been Simon coming out on top for the most part. He gains a position at the line. But it is still the 21 cars that go way too far. It is still the 21 car, Cyrus McGee, who has led this race, and we've gone caution-free here at Poconos. Very surprising and good to see, honestly. Anthony is still second. Brandon Bent go around Matthew Engelram, and Engelram's now trying to go for position. He slides up and nearly got into the back of the 27, and that's going to hurt his exit speed. And watch out for the 98 car of Jake Rogers. He's going to may look to the inside, but he doesn't. So that's good news there. As there goes the 2 way up high. And this is why. Pit stops. It looks like Henry Gore will stay out, which means he's going to lead a lap here at Pocono. So that's probably very smart actually by the 2 team. Very clever. So who's come down? 21, 40, 27, 29, 98, 12, 04, 76, 5, 22. Adam Lewis with a good run at the moment. Matt Tuck, Andy Thomas, Tyler Lyman in the 83, Matthew Skipper in the 43. Have all come down the pit road. Let's see, so these guys are getting it done. Left side's now for the front 2 drivers. Front 3. Bent is done. There goes the 40. And 27's actually going to gain a position by the looks of it. He does. So Bent moves up to technically second at the moment. And it looks like... yeah. So the 2 car comes down. 48 is staying out here. That's Isaac Nichols. He's going to gain a bonus point for leading a lap. Like Gore. That's pretty smart, I would have to say. So, most of the field that did not pit under last time... on the last lap, sorry, are now coming down. It's led by Henry Gore in the 2. So Isaac Nichols in the 48. So take a look back through the field. And still Cyrus McGee who's the leader. He's got a pretty big gap now over Brandon Bent. Let's see where they come out. No, they should have them clear. That's Henry Gore. I think he won the race off. I'm not sure. Where does Gore come out? That looks like 3rd. So good news for those guys. Oops. So McGee holds the lead. Now Brandon Bent's up to 2nd. And Henry Gore, nice strategy there. He moves up to 3rd and gets a bonus point as well. Dominic Anthony 4th. 5th Simon Nichols. And 6th is Matthew Engelram, which is good news. Now, these 2 guys, they look like they stayed out on the looks of it. So, the 31 of Chase Marks and the 11 of Luis Sorrentino. So, that must have fallen off really way off the pace. Those 2 guys. So, Nichols is done. Let's see where the 48 slots in. It won't be enough for him to hold the lead, I would think. Well, no, it wouldn't. So, the 21 car now leads... again, at Pocono. Brandon Bent, though, is right there. Still got a long way to go. We still might have a caution. And we've got teammates, Henry Gore and Dominic Anthony. That's for 3rd and 4th. The Nichols will pop out in 5th. So, pretty good strategy there by the 48. He stays out a few laps and gains a number of positions. They're bumping off each other here, the teammates. Look further down. Simon Nichols now 6th. 7th is Matthew Engelram. 8th is the 12 of Tristan Allen. 9th is Patrick Schamberger. 10th is Luis Fassan trying to hold off his teammate Julio Caesar. So good battle between the Gifford Tree Inc. Toyotas, and Jake Rogers is 11th. No, 12th actually. Bruno Navarro's 14th. 15th Jay Jefferson. 16th Jack Porkins. Must have had a tardy pit stop. Really hasn't had a lot of luck on those pit stops this year, but 16th position, not too bad at the moment. Matt Tuck, good run for him in 17th. 18th, Matthew Skipper, another great run for him at the moment. 19th is Zednick Price and Adam Lewis inside the top 20 for Smart Motorsports. I think that's this. I can't remember. That is their 2nd race in a row that they've made it. Because I think Boyer Power made it in Indianapolis. Or was it New Hampshire? I can't exactly remember. But anyway, Simon Nichols got around. That's for 5th. He's got around son Isaac. Now Isaac's car, it doesn't look too good at the moment. Maybe just still Just started the tire pressure a little low or something. Gets a run on the outside. He holds 6th off Engelram. Tristan Allen 8th. Patrick Schamberger 9th. So can McGee hold on, or will be Brandon Bent or one of these guys behind? It's entirely possible. Henry Gore came out of nowhere last week at Indianapolis, thanks to a little bit of pit strategy. So nearly 3 wide, I think, back there with Caesar, Sam, and Patrick Schamberger. This is for 9th place. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. The 88, 77, 91, and 98. So it doesn't look like Jake Rogers will get another top 5. Might get a top 10 though. Here we go. Take a look at the 2 leaders at the moment. You see Henry Gore is back there, but he's over 2 seconds behind these guys. And the only way I can really see him getting into this is with a caution, which I'm not sure will happen because of how spread out these guys are. In saying that, we got 3 wide. Allen loose for Sam, the 77, with a massive run to the inside of these guys. So it's now a 5-car battle pack for 8th. So 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. It's a good battle. Loose for Sam's going to gain a position actually. He was 9th. Sorry, 8th. No, sorry, 10th last time. Dives it in hard, but Schamberger should have the run on the outside, and he does. And that means Schamberger will stay technically in 8th place. Sorry, 9th. So Bent is right there. I think he really can make a move, but I think he's just waiting for the perfect time. But I would rather make it now because McGee's car's been pretty good. He slips up a little bit in turn 3, and I think he's been close enough to make a move, but I don't know. Good battle here for the lead. So we got 10 laps to go. So it's McGee from Bent, then Henry Gore a long way back in 3rd, Dominic Anthony, Simon Nichols, the top 5. 6th is Isaac Nichols, Matthew Engelram, Tristan Allen, Patrick Schamberger, loose for Sam, the top 10. And all of those guys, I feel like, will make the chase. Even loose for Sam, who's currently outside of the chase grid, I see him making the chase. Julio Caesar and Jake Rogers, I also see them making the chase. Bruno Barros, great run for him at the moment. He's 13th, but I don't know if he's going to make it. Jay Jefferson is ineligible, but if he was eligible, he certainly would make it, I would feel. Not at this stage, but if he was running the whole season, he probably would have. Porkins, I think he's in a little bit of trouble after that wreck at Indianapolis, but still not a bad run. It won't hurt him in the long. It might hurt him in the long run, but might not. Matt Tuck, he's actually been doing pretty good recently. He's kind of snuck up in there in points. He's 17th, I think, isn't he? Is he 17th? No, he's 16th. Sorry, 16th. Zednik Price is ineligible. Matthew Skipper, no, he's not going to make it. I don't think so. And Lewis is ineligible. The 94 Reagan Whitlock, I see him making it. Landon Hicks, not sure about him. He's in the chase at the moment, but he might not make it. See how this one goes. Dawson Miller, he's probably going to make it, but he fell back on pit stops. He was hit harder than Porkins. Andy Thomas, no. Richard Fridge is ineligible. Same for Tyler Lyman. These two will not make it. And then guys back here, Jonathan King. No, I don't think he's going to make it. Kelly Lee, tough run for her in her final season, but right now, I don't know about her. She's kind of in the same boat as Landon Hicks. Not really sure. Behind them, Nathan Stapleton, the 92. He's not going to make it. He's really way too far back. 17, the Sandy Garrett's a bit far back. I don't think she'll make it. David Alfava is nearly in the same boat as Stapleton. Edge-Alvin Alonso, with that penalty, might not make it, in particular with this run. Same can be said for John Andrews. Eli Bright, same can be said there. We got 3 wide. That's Aiden Shepard. They're making contact with each other. Be careful, guys. and they hang on to it. Good job. So Aiden Shepherd, he's not going to make it to the chase, I don't think. Ben Watson's ineligible. Garrison Orr, not with these runs, he won't. Dan Park, that's a no. And Jackson Lynn still certainly has a shot at making the chase. And I just realised something's happened to the 11 and the 31. Those two guys, I think, stayed out an extra lap with Isaac Nichols, and they've had something go wrong. They're 6 laps down. I can't find them. I think they're out of the race. So, and yes, they are. They had a fueling issue. We've seen the fuel glitch a couple of times here in the Aldi Cup Series, and fortunately, they've had it. They've caught the fueling glitch. So that's bad for both drivers, really. As for Sorrentino, that car, the 11 car, is leading the Uncharted Championships by a little bit over the 97, but the 97 is having a bad run as well. So this is not going to help Lewis Sorrentino. The 97 will gain even if he does finish there. But for Chase Marks, he's going to be affected really badly because he might fall out of the chase. That's how badly he's going to be affected. He's in real danger now, and I can't see him making the chase. He's really fallen off. So now we'll focus on the battle for the win. It's between the two DW Motorsport teammates. We've seen this a lot. We've seen this last season as well, where the DW Motorsports team have just come alive in terms of their performance, and we're seeing it again. It's a masterclass. And unless something happens to him, like a caution, if we do have a caution, I would think there'd be an overtime finish. So that'd be interesting. But I don't know. We've been caution free this entire race. I don't understand why they wouldn't. why they would wreck, because we've just been caution free this entire race. So, but it's got if there is no caution, it's one of these two for sure. Because look how far back Henry Gore is. It's 2.2 seconds. Simon Nichols actually got into 4th place. We didn't really see that. He got around Anthony. He's still in the top 5. A good run for him. But we've only got 4 laps to go. Certainly not over for Brandon Bent. He's just under 2/10 behind, but he just hasn't been able to make a move anywhere. We've seen Anthony nearly get by the 21, but that was in turn 1, and that you can't really pass there, unless you're on the outside. That's the only time you can really pass someone, I feel. At least if you're in the lead. So I don't know. I've seen an overtake there in turn 2. So McGee from Bent. It's going to be one of those two. For Bent, it would be his 2nd win of the season. Same for McGee, but McGee would I don't know, actually. Both these guys are... No, Brandon Bent would not move to 2nd in points, I don't think. They certainly wouldn't get by Engelram because he's 7th. So these guys are still going at it. So 29 is 7th place. He wouldn't lose the points lead. But if the 21 does go on to win this race, he would jump up into 2nd in points, I would think. For Bent, he would definitely move up in points because Tristan Allen's pretty far down. He's 9th. Jake Rogers, I don't think he'll pass Jake Rogers. But I think he would move up to 4th if he does win this. So it'll certainly help his starting chase points. We've got 2 laps to go. It's more about winning making the chase for this team anyway. As Rogers 2nd in points, Tristan Allen 3rd in points, Cyrus McGee came into this race 4th in points, and Bent was 5th in points. All of them separated by only a small margin. It was less than 20 points, less than 15, I think. So it's certainly not over for Brandon Bent. He's still definitely got a shot. It's only 2/10. You can easily claw that back. Just as long as the 21 makes a mistake. It is entirely possible. But for McGee, it would be his 5th win. of his career and his second of the year. He won the duel. He won at New Hampshire a couple of races ago. He's going to take the white flag now. There it is. The white flag's out and Bent has closed up. He's coming in a hurry. So the last lap in the Pennsylvania 400 has been caution free. And Bent closed down a lot that time. Oh, 21 goes up the racetrack a little bit. Here it comes. Here comes Bent. Does he make a move? He's right there. He's got a shot. No, he doesn't. He's... Oh, I thought he might have been able to dive it in there a little bit. But he doesn't. And he's losing ground now on the 21 car. So for Cyrus McGee, as the 27 tries one last time, it's not going to be enough. Down the front, for the second time this season and the 5th time in his career, Cyrus McGee will go to victory lane. He wins at Pocono. From Brandon Bent in the 27, Henry Gore, a nice third place run. I couldn't tell who that was. It was either the 24 or the 40. Rounding out the top 5. Very entertaining race, but Cyrus McGee's the winner. He'll move up in the points to second. And his championship, he certainly proved himself today that he is a worthy championship contender. And so is Brandon Bent. Those two guys really just performed everyone strategy-wise and car-wise, really. And look behind. Henry Gore, 3rd place. Another great run for him. Simon Nichols, I think, got 4th, but I wasn't sure. Got to figure that one out. Yep. Nichols, Simon Nichols, that is, 4th. And Anthony did get 5th in the end. From Isaac Nichols in the 48. Matthew Ingram in the 29. First top 10 since Daytona. Seems like forever for him, but he's only had one top 10 since the Coca-Cola 600. Gets his second in a very long time in 7th. And then I think it was Patrick Schamberger. It was an 8th, which is good news for him. Tristan Allen and Luz for Sam. No, it wasn't. Never mind. I was wrong. I was gonna say it's the only Toyota. The only non-Ford, I should say, in the top 10. But actually, it wasn't. I'm kind of stupid. But yeah, Cyrus McGee gets the win here at Pocono. It's his 5th career win and his 2nd of season 3, and definitely a championship contender. So congratulations to Cyrus on getting a win here at Pocono. We'll see you guys next time for Watkins Glen. See you then.